Hi baddies, welcome to another Auntie Amy's Trashy Tarot. Today I'm doing an oracle of the day. We're going to see what's up, what's going on, what's the tea. So I hope you guys are doing well. I hope everything is going good for you. If you're new to my channel, hi, hello, how are you? It's so good to have you. I'm so glad you're here. If you're a returning subscriber, hey guys, what is up? How are you? It's so good to connect with your energy. And I appreciate you guys being here. So let's get into it. Just shuffle these cards up and we're going to see what is the vibe. What is going on? I don't know about you, but the vibe has been super intense. Yeah, so let's see what's going on. We have Spirit Box, 5D communication voices. Okay, all right. Okay, tell me about it. Tell me, spirits, guides, ancestors, angels, demons, goddesses, god forms, and ancients. What is up with this super intense energy I'm feeling? 5D. Tell me about this. Okay, we have get out, escape, leaving. Okay. All right, I almost want to turn my spirit box on. We have sleepy hollow, nightmares, losing sleep. Okay, and we have appetizers, desiring, wanting. All right. And we have designated driver, responsible, dependable. I have 5 cards. Okay. I want to see the bottom. Physical gift, gift exchange. Okay. This is kind of an interesting reading. I didn't expect this to kind of come out of that deck. I don't know why. I'm always surprised. So, what's with the intense energy? Why do you have issues showing up right now? Well, this is a timeless reading, okay? So, but we're going through a Mercury retrograde. You may be going through a time where there's like some intense astrology or planetary alignments going on that's very weird, or Mercury retrograde, or you're going through your Saturn return, whatever it is. And you may be like going through some energy that is super, let's talk about this, like super intense. Perhaps it's shadow work for you. Perhaps it's bringing up old wounds. Perhaps, you have like abandonment issues or father wounds, mother wounds. Could be traumatic wounds, issues. And it just seems like the problems that pop up are kind of tapping it, kind of like hitting it. And it may be hit repetitively. And it may seem like you're not able to kind of like move through it. Okay, tell me more about this energy. It may, for some of you guys who have like worked through the energy, moved through it, you may be revisiting older energy, that you've healed to a degree, but it's popping back up and it feels raw. It feels like, it's still fucking there. Yeah, listen, there are some wounds and every wound is different with different people. Okay, we have to remove this thing about we all heal the same. We don't. Our souls, our spirits, our personality, we are different people, and our journeys through healing is different. Our wounds are different. Like I'll explain it like this. Like you have 2 kids. Both kids get sorry, my tongue's heavy. Both kids get made fun of the same way. Okay. One kid laughs it off and then goes home and kind of like, thinks about it, works through it, maybe talks to their brother or their dad or their mom or whatever. Okay. But picks up and goes on. The other kid is crushed. They may start crying. They may go home and cry about it. They may internalize it. That may haunt them for years. We're all different. And we have to open up space for our differences in these situations. So, sweetheart, stop judging your trauma. Like, oh, that wasn't super traumatic like what Sally had. That wasn't super traumatic like what Bob had. You're a different person, okay? You've had different things happen to you. And sometimes we've had super traumatic things happen to us that we've normalized, okay? So let's pull on this energy. Tell me more about this wound that is, woo, it popped back up and it's kind of festering now, right? It's kind of like, ugh, I thought I was over this. I thought that I had come to this spiritual place where listen, babe, some of these wounds, they stay, okay? They're around for a while. We work on them a lifetime, okay? Some of these wounds change who we are, okay? It's just hiding your true self. This is part of being authentic, okay? Being authentic means that we're real about our pain and our wounds. We're not going to disassociate. We're not going to say, oh, I've ascended and I'm doing so well and, I know so much. Well, if you know so much, then you know that these wounds reappear and you have to hold space for it, even if you don't want to. You have to. And you have to kind of just go with the flow of it and allow it to kind of like, instead of festering, experience it. Be true to who you are. Feel it's festering because you're not feeling the emotions. And please get help if you need it. Write about it. Work it out. Walk. Talk to somebody. Do what you have to do. For some of you, it's time to put the pain into your art. Perhaps you've been called to like express it in some way. But it's coming up to the surface for you to feel the emotions of it. There's something about it that you're denying, and you have to come to terms with it. You can't hide it from yourself, and you can't be like, oh, no, I healed that shit. Oh, no, get back into the healed wound. And that's how you get an infection. That's how it really starts to kind of like bubble up in really dysfunctional ways. So honor your wound, honor your pain, whatever is popping up. You just say to yourself, okay, so here I am in this little space with this wound. Okay, we're going to just kind of like go into the OR and we're going to kind of like triage, and we're going to triage first, and then we're going to kind of like take it into the OR. We're going to clean it out. We're going to fix it up, and we're going to heal. We're going to see what's going on. Why did I get triggered? Is it personal? Oh, it's not personal, but it triggered me still because of these things. What about these things am I not seeing? What do I need to see? I guarantee you there's something there you need to see and you need to feel. And it may suck. It may suck. Truly. But once you see it and you feel it and you come to terms with it, then you can gather yourself and be like, okay. Because it might be something that you've kind of misled yourself about, right? Addicted. You kind of like, with this addicted card, I'm seeing this energy of like seeing what you want to see. Kind of like, I don't want to use the word addicted to seeing what you want to see, but for many of us who have like deep wounds, we kind of train our brain to see things as we want to see them instead of seeing them as they really are. And sometimes, especially with these deep wounds, we'll find that we're still doing that. We've healed it to a degree. Okay, so we've cleared the infection to a degree, but some of it has to fester up. And a lot of times we'll see that, oh, there's another relationship here that I'm not seeing the truth of. Or there's another action within myself that I'm not seeing the truth of. Or there's another thing I'm not seeing the truth of. And it's usually something very powerful, kind of an internal compass that lets you see the truth. And unfortunately, this part can be painful, but necessary, because it helps you gauge. Like I said, it helps you map out where you're going and where you need to focus and what you need to do to really get you to a more healed space. And see, what happens here is as we take responsibility, we get in this wound, we revisit, or we expose to new things within our own behaviors, our own world, and we're willing to deal with them and take responsibility. And we start to have the desire to kind of move into something new. The need to have a new connection or to move into a new energy. For some of you, it may be like, example, it may be that, you know, what's being revealed to you through this wound is that perhaps you're working at the wrong place. This is just an example, okay? And you're working at the wrong place because you have all this schooling, but you don't really believe that anyone would hire you for something greater. And so you're working with the wound of a very wounded self-esteem and self-worth. And so you do the work, you become aware of why you are stuck where you are, and you decide that you want something better, okay? That the awareness that you're keeping yourself small because of what people you once loved or you loved who took advantage of your vulnerabilities, what they said to you, how they kept you, when you realize that's really the voice in your head and you're still serving that energy by keeping yourself small, you start to have a desire to kind of like move forward, okay? And this job is just, again, an example. You'll be given like this desire, right? And you follow your internal compass. You follow the map, okay? And what happens is as you begin to take responsibility for your own behaviors, how you've kept yourself small, and you start doing actions that go towards the new thing, the new desire, the new want, Spirit's going to come in with a goodie bag, okay? A gift. And sometimes it's not the gift we think it is, okay, at first. Sometimes it's surprising. So I want to talk about this gift that's coming through the revisiting of a wound or the revealing of new wounds or new, the revealing of people around you or a situation within you that isn't working or toxic. We have the Hermit. Okay. Tell me more about this gift. Tell me more about this gift. We have the Page of Cups here. Tell me more. You have learned so much. You've learned so much from what you've been through. Like, you have so much internal knowledge that you are not relying on. You don't give yourself enough credit. You don't give yourself enough space. Some of you guys, you need to cry. You need to cry. You need to let it out. You need to release this emotion. You're holding it. You're holding it back. Don't hold it back. I didn't cry for years, okay, because of trauma. I was afraid if I start crying, I'm not going to stop. And I did cry a lot for about a year. I cried off and on for about a year. And I still cry sometimes, as I look back at my life, there's a lot of reasons to cry. It's okay to cry. We have the Wheel of Fortune. The wheel is turning for the Hermit. I feel like that's you. You're this Hermit. This little Page of Cups has a little cup there. Has a little gift for you. It's going to turn the wheel. I feel kind of welling up in my feels here for you guys. I feel a sweetness here. Tell me more about this. You got the Fool and Temperance here. It's going to be a new journey, you guys. divinely guided, full of hope and love. I'm hearing it's a reward. You are brave. The Empress. You are brave. You are very brave. Spirit's coming in with something that's going to change the game for you. Okay. And I know for a lot of you right now, there's like a heavy energy around this reading. Because that wound is deep. Okay. So the gift here feels like it's going to be very touching. It's going to well up in the heart chakra. And it's going to help you move forward. It's something to help you move forward. It's going to help you be able to take the leap to the Empress, which is not a gender, it's an energy. It's healing. It's healing. It's hopeful. The Empress knows how to rule her kingdom, her empire. It's you stepping back into your power after possibly being in a state where you didn't feel very powerful, revisiting the wound. But it's a process. It's a process of you returning to having faith. Some of you may be losing faith in what you're doing. You may be losing faith in just, in general, everyday circumstances, you know. You may see some good going on in the world. And you may be like, yeah, that's good, but I don't feel like it's enough, you know. You guys may feel like you live at a low level of kind of misery, and you may be becoming aware of that. Listen, people who are awake tend to have these experiences, especially when they're revisiting wounds, where they become aware that being on this planet at this time, you live in either a low level of misery with moments of happiness, or you are somehow in a different mental space. Okay, so I wouldn't say you're disassociated, but you're connecting with nature, you're connecting with your children, you're in some kind of other headspace where you're connecting with another. Or you're kind of like more aware, and it may not be a miserable space, but just aware of the limitations here. You become aware of how angry other people are when you're out in public. You become aware of like the oppression. You become aware of the density. And when you're in the wounded place, when you're revisiting or in a new wound, you become hyper aware of those things. And that's why part of kind of like the sweetness I'm feeling, and I tell people to do this all the time, but it is fundamentally the best way to change your energy, and that is to connect with nature, because we are so removed from nature on a daily basis. You know, I'm talking to you through, you know, electronic means. We're not talking face to face, you know, and everything seems very artificial, although, you know, we could go down to like science of it, it would be different. But just for our spirits, touching things that are natural helps us, calms us, and helps us refocus. And it feels like that would be helpful here while you are going through the steps of moving out of this really dense energy. Hug your kids, hug your partner, you know. spend some time outside in the sun. Just be safe, okay? I also feel like, though, as you make moves, whatever spirit calls you to do in your situation, I feel like there is some kind of goodie bag. And I feel like spirit's being very specific. So a goodie bag is full of small things and usually something, at least one or two kind of big things. And that's what I'm seeing here. So you may see some small gifts from the universe manifesting for you as you move towards. And I feel like this is to help encourage you, because I feel like a lot of you are in such dense energy right now. And a lot of people are going to be like, that's so weird that you're in dense energy. Like, I feel super great. Well, we're all at different places, and many of us are working, we're ahead of where other people are. Okay. There's a group of people who are working like in different energy that is, we're existing at the same time other people are, but we are working in energies that are felt ahead, if that makes any sense. Okay. Um, so we're moving dense energies that are in a different space, if you will. Okay. So on a collective level. Okay, you're moving it in your personal life, but for you guys, what you do personally affects the collective. All right. So I feel like the Empress has come out to let you know that what you may see as small gifts or small movements, not enough by the universe, by your guides, by what you're being given, is actually leading you to something very big, something very large. And you're going to like it. It's going to be something wonderful, okay? A healed state for you, a more healed state, a state of empowerment, a state of clarity. There's abundance here. There's health here. There's a lot of wonderful things here. There is knowledge, very knowledgeable. But we all have to do the work, right? And that's where we're at. And I feel it's just very powerful for you guys to not rush it and to follow your internal guidance. If you feel like your internal guidance is cluttered, I would ask for clarity and do whatever is within your practice or what you feel called to do to clear your energy. You can use bells, you can smudge, you can use meditation, you can walk, you can write, you can do art, you can play with your dog. Whatever, you can do music, whatever clears your mind. That's what you do. You can do cleansing baths, cleansing showers. There's all kinds of things. But clarity is important here. Grounding is important here. Okay, it's going to help you see what you need to see about these wounds so you can see how to move forward. Okay, how to take action. All right. Okay, you guys, that's what I received for today. I hope this was a helpful and insightful reading. If it was, please let me know down in the comments below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical baddies on the other side. Bye, guys.